Hey, what is up? Welcome to another episode of Get Close, and we have one of my favorites back again, Tim.
Back on Get Close. GC, baby.
Hey, I am your host, Gio.
Bart.
And since this is Tim's second appearance on our podcast,
Sis.
deuces, dose, that's all I had. We're gonna do.
Good try though.
No, it wasn't even that good.
True.
We're gonna do this podcast different than the first one. All right. So in this second episode, I surveyed my fans and I asked them to submit their questions.
Let's get it.
Let's.
Ask me the rawest questions you got.
Oh shit! I mean, they're not very. Okay.
Nah, give me that raw.
All right, let's start with some raw. What's the perfect way to eat ass?
That's a raw one.
You asked
That is
for it.
raw.
This is what they want to know.
The perfect way to eat ass is right out the shower, and that's the only way to eat ass.
That's true.
Have you ever had any encounters where it wasn't right out of the shower?
Nah, I mean, look, I always say this, right? I joke about eating ass a lot. I always just say, don't eat ass unless it's someone you like really love.
Why?
I'm not.
Why?
For hepatitis?
I'm not. I'm just not a casual ass eater.
Nah, me neither.
I think it's just kind of something like, butt stuff wasn't my like I was never like, ooh, buttholes. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are. I feel.
A lot of people?
Yeah, people are really into butt stuff, especially like
Interesting.
I can't even watch like when I'm watching like porn and and there's like a couple going in. If I see, like, if I'm like scrubbing through it and then I see like eventually it ends up in her butt, I'm like, nope, X out, can't do it. Not a fan of this.
Yeah.
Why? It's just the whole thing or what it represents?
The whole thing.
Oh.
No, it's just I've just never really been. Here's the thing: I poop so much, right?
Yeah.
That's why I just always associate buttholes with poop, and like
Gotcha.
I can't, and I've heard girls say that like the anal gives them like a stronger orgasm,
Really?
and Shan Budram will tell you that the man's G spot is up his butt, but
Yes.
I just can't get into it.
She likes to deliver trickery though. I don't want her
What does
fucking.
that mean?
I don't know. I don't know what her fucking trying to cast a spell on me and make me expose my butthole to her.
Oh, Gio.
Wait, Shannon?
I don't know what Shannon's trying to do. Shannon's crazy.
Shannon is crazy. Shannon's always trying to convince dudes to, like, oh, you should try some anal stuff. And
So
it's
you
like,
ever put a penis in your mouth? It's really good for that prostate. I'm
Hey,
like,
don't knock it until you
I'm
try
like, what?
it.
What are you talking about? You're crazy.
it's not for me. But in terms of eating ass, it's like, yeah, I've like fresh out the shower is the way to go. I feel.
What if the person of the ass that you're eating is super shy, and every time you get close, like she just wiggles away? You're like, get back here.
Then we don't have to do it. I'm not like, oh, please let me eat your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, if it happens. I feel like just the past maybe like later in life, I was like, oh, that butthole, but that's a cute butthole. Yeah, yeah, okay.
Oh, so then you warmed up to it. Whereas before you were kind of like, it was all just jokey.
But yeah, before it was kind of jokey. Before I would have never, eating ass was just like a joke. And then I think it got really popular the past few years.
Because of the booty grocery?
Yeah. Oh, you want to hear some shit?
Yeah.
Janae Aiko said in a radio interview she doesn't even like it. She said it as a fucking joke.
Wow.
She was like, yeah, she's like, you know what? I actually don't even like it. Like, I just kind of said like, yeah, eat the booty like groceries is funny.
Dang.
And so many people were like, they switched flip for them.
Yes.
And she lied to us.
I think she ate.
All of us.
A lot of us tried eating ass because of her saying it.
What if she
Yeah.
was talking about eating booty, like eating booty cheeks, not the booty hole?
Maybe.
Is that possible?
I don't think anyone does. I mean, I've definitely bitten some cheeks, yeah, but I don't think that was what she was talking about.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, no. Yeah. So there is no perfect way. I mean, the perfect way was just straight out of the shower. That's it. End of story.
I think that's the perfect way.
Do you stick your tongue inside?
No.
I don't.
Hey, let the gentleman answer.
Oh, my bad.
Who knows? I'm sure there's people that do that.
What about you?
I don't do that.
Try to stay on the outside, huh?
Just the outer rim.
I see. You don't get close to
for
the.
you.
You don't get anywhere near the hole.
I mean, I think the goal is the hole, but not in the hole.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Thank you. I'm sure everyone appreciates that answer. Okay, next question. What's up, Tim? I'm curious why you don't have any tattoos.
I'll tell you why I don't have any tattoos. When I was younger, I wanted So many tattoos.
Like a
what?
Tweety bird.
I wanted fucking a lot of shit. When I was super young, I wanted all types of like a fucking
dragon.
Yeah, I wanted like a Japanese style tiger because I was born in the year of the tiger, which is next year, 2022.
Sick.
And then
a microphone with the cord wrapped.
No,
around
not
the
that
arm.
stereotype. But I did want I'm a Pisces, so I wanted like some koi fish and like all types of shit, right?
Yeah.
And then as I got older, I had this sick tattoo idea, bro. It was gonna be like a sketchy sailboat that I either wanted to get like here or like on my arm, because I have this whole philosophy about like, because whenever people are like, yo, how does it feel to be living your dreams? I always say like, I don't look at my goals as dreams. I look at them as a destination. And I always use them because I feel like a dream is something that's like
unattainable.
Unattainable,
fake.
yes. And a destination, it's there.
Yeah.
And as long as you keep going, you'll get there eventually. And like with a sailboat, you know what I'm saying, and you're on the ocean, the wind might force you to adjust your route and adjust your sails, but if you keep going, you'll get there eventually, right?
Yeah.
So I had this whole sailboat thing I wanted to do.
Why is it sketchy? And that is tight.
No, not sketchy as in like weird. Sketchy as in like sketched.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
I thought
etched.
like the boat looks sketchy.
No,
itself.
like it's etched.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was sketchy, like
it's been fucked with.
like the Black Pearl.
No.
You know, where it's
I mean,
like,
that'd be cool
like
too.
It kind of has a mind of its own. Like you have your career and your dreams, but you also got to be flexible because it might go where it wants to go.
Yeah, that works too. But I just meant like not clean lines.
Gotcha.
And then, but as I got older, I realized how wishy-washy of a person I was, especially in terms of like my outer appearance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've changed my hair a lot. Like even, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, I would have said I would never wear skinny jeans ever. And I just kind of felt like, my outside would change a lot. Yeah. And look at us, man.
Look at you now, dude.
So I was like, I don't want to get a tattoo and want to change it later. Right. But I actually might. Oh, and also my dad was completely against tattoos. He was like, what?
That's what they all say, man. They get over it.
What?
You haven't
Facts.
showed your mom.
I mean, but what's she gonna do now? This is,
True.
And that's the thing. My dad was like so against it. And then just recently, though, we were talking about it, and he was like, whatever. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, I wouldn't mind. I was
You're
like,
such a good son.
You are a good son.
He
man.
doesn't ask a lot of me. You feel me? That's just one thing. When I was little, he was like, just don't get tattoos. But I've always kind of like, joked about it. And I don't know if he was watching a vlog or what, where I was saying, the main reason I don't get them is because of my dad. But just recently he was like, whatever. So, and then we were joking around at dinner, and he was like, I'll tell you what, if I draw it for you, you can get it.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, do this, write Chantarangsu in Thai, and I'll get it tatted. And so he wrote it for me.
Sick.
Yeah,
so you're gonna
yeah.
get it tatted.
I think so.
Where are you gonna get it?
Probably just some just like shoulder, like on the on my back, and then this would be sick if below it I could get because they have these traditional Thai tattoos that monks give you the
Ooh,
Yeah,
the tapping.
if I could get that under it, that'd be tight.
That would
Go
be
to Thailand and get it done.
That's the only way to do it. Damn. Yeah, legit.
Your pops is cool, man.
Man, I wish
He's so cool.
he's super cool. I wish your dad was like, let me draw it for you, and then he went on to draw that sketchy sailboat, and then you had to get it done, and it's all fucked up.
Well, here's the thing that a lot of people don't know. My dad was actually an art major.
What?
Yeah,
So
so
draws hella sick.
yeah, painting, drawing, all that shit. There's a few growing up in the house we grew up in Paramount. There was a few of his like paintings and stuff in the house. Yeah.
Does he still paint now?
No.
He's just not
I think
into
he
it
just
anymore.
doesn't. Yeah.
Maybe that's where you got your like creative stuff from, huh?
I think that's definitely a good. And my mom also is like very artsy when like
Cooks and stuff.
cooks, and she's like like plays music. I think maybe that's why they were so supportive of my non-traditional journey.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
No, your dad's really cool. Because we were talking about eating booty right now.
Yeah.
And then I remember the video that you did with your dad where he's asking you these questions. There's like a YouTube video.
Oh yeah, that I did with
And he
the
has this
cut.
thick accent, and he's
Yeah.
talking about eating ass, and he uses that term.
He had a dad joke, right? He had like a joke where it was like, and then,
he almost had sex.
Yeah, no, it was
It's
like,
like we have sex almost every night.
yeah. How often
Or
do you and mom have sex? He was like, almost every day. Saturday, almost. Sunday, almost. So almost every day.
That was so funny.
I don't even know how I don't know if he heard that somewhere or what, but fucking fire.
That was tight.
That is fucking cute. Okay, another question. Tim, would you ever be in a Broadway show? There's then they quote this. There's a bright golden haze. And they wrote, he'll know.
There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye. And it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way.
It sounds familiar.
It's from Oklahoma, the musical.
Oh, then no, I don't know that.
That's all I know.
I did a lot of musicals in high school, and I sing that song all the time on my socials and shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tight.
So, yeah, I did musicals in high school. I was in Oklahoma. I was in Little Shop of Horrors. And yeah, 100%. I would love to do Broadway one day. I think that would be lit. I actually, I ever tell you guys that I got hit up to audition for Hamilton before I knew what it was?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Did you turn it down?
Let me tell you what happened. So,
no.
So this was before Hamilton was the mega beast that it is currently, right?
Yeah.
But it was still popping on Broadway. I just had never heard of it. So I got an email from Hamilton Casting, and they were like, "Hi, we would love for you to submit for this part in Hamilton. It's a musical on Broadway. It's a hip hop musical." And I was like, "Oh, interesting." But at that point, I was really kind of like writing like raps and shit, and I had intentions of working on a new album, right? And they were like, and I know how much time goes into a musical. And so I think they were looking for their traveling cast that would tour for like LA and shit like that. And I just knew, just from even doing musicals in high school, I'm like, I don't have time for this, right?
How much time does it take?
It's a lot because it's twice a day sometimes, and then there's like constant rehearsals, and so it's like every day, you know what I'm saying? So I wrote back. I was like, thank you so much for your offer, but I don't think currently I would have time to commit to a musical, right? And they were like, that's fine. And then I was on the phone with my agent at the time, and I was actually going to be in New York to work on something else, right? Maybe Wild 'N Out, I forget. But she was like, hey, we should get you some tickets to Hamilton while you're out there. It's like the biggest musical on Broadway right now. Like, people wait for months to get tickets. And I was like, so here's the funny thing.
Damn.
I was like, they emailed me to audition, and I said no. And she was like, Tim, what? She was like, hit them back right now. I was like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. I emailed them back. I was like, yo, I'm so sorry. You know what?
My schedule opened up.
I was like,
do have
yeah.
time.
I was like, I'm so dumb. I would love to audition. And they were like, sure. So they said, just submit a video of you singing a pop song and a Broadway song, and then do some rapping. I was
Did you do Oklahoma and then one of your originals?
No, I actually sang some NSYNC, and then I sang
Which one?
probably like maybe it was Tearing Up My Heart. Maybe it was
Nice.
Maybe it was Bye Bye Bye.
Tearing up my
Yeah,
heart
it was
when
one of those.
Yep.
Because those are the classics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I sang, I think, like A Whole New World, and then I just rapped some of my own shit, right? And they were like, "That's great. Okay, can you send a follow-up audition now of you rapping and singing some of the songs from Hamilton?" And they're like, "We're gonna send you sheet music to read from." And I'm like, "Fuck, I don't know how to read sheet music, right?" So they sent me the sheet music.
Get AJ Raphael on board.
He could have helped me.
True.
He actually auditioned too. And so they sent me the sheet music, and I didn't know how to read it. And I was like, I'm just going to listen to the actual musical and learn the shit. And then I was like, ugh, I don't feel like doing this. And I just never sent my follow-up audition. So who knows if I would have got it or not. But I still think, like I said in the last podcast, I think timing-wise, it still wasn't necessarily right for me. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So then you're saying that you would do it because it would be super lit.
I would totally do it. Also, I really annoyed Lin-Manuel Miranda one night in New York at a event for his In the Heights. I was at a special engagement for like they were premiering the trailer for In the Heights, and I was so hyped to meet like Lin-Manuel. That's why I was like I really wanted to go. So I'm at this event, and my dumbass didn't realize it was more of a media event, right? Not like a
networking one.
Not like a networking one. So he's over here. I'm waiting to take my picture, right? I see him there in the corner, and I see all these people around him fucking asking him questions, and I'm like, God, these fans are fucking annoying.
Oh,
like,
no.
They're there with their like phones, asking him these long ass questions.
They're there with their microphones, like the network box around the microphone.
Man, I was so dumb. I was also kind of turned because it was like a bar event, right?
Oh,
and so they're
no.
over there asking him these super long questions, and he's answering them, and I'm like this in the corner. I'm like talking to another girl who also wants a picture. I'm like, yeah, if they don't keep asking him these like life story questions.
And you said it that loud?
Yeah, I was like talking loud, like being obnoxious because I wanted those people to chill, but not realizing this is like interview, right?
Yeah.
And so he did one of these. He was talking to them, and he looked at me. He was like eyes all like, ugh, and I was like, oops, I annoyed him, I think.
Oh, he was annoyed at you? And
annoyed
not
at
going-
me.
Oh.
Yeah, and then
no.
afterwards, I was able to kind of like I was like alone with him. Like I saw him chilling. I was like, hey man, just like seeing Hamilton like 4 times. Moana is my shit. And he was like, oh, thank you, blah blah. We took a picture. That was that. Hopefully he doesn't remember.
Oh, you saw him at a different event where you got to talk to him. Or
No,
it's the
it was
same
that
event.
same night.
Why wouldn't he remember?
I'm saying hopefully he doesn't remember now who I am. So for when I
gotcha.
audition for another one of his things in the
He
future.
doesn't go like,
Yeah, he doesn't go, that's that fucking kid.
oh my God. That's fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
What an embarrassing story. Okay, next question. How did you know Chia was the one?
I'll tell you this.
That's a good question.
That is a good question. People ask me that all the time. One of the
This is
ways
not a good question.
one of the ways I knew that Chia was different, because I wasn't necessarily in the mindset of like
You're
commitment.
comparing Cheetah. You knew she's different to how many? To like the other 215?
just
the
women,
other
just
30?
different women that I had dealt with.
How many though? Because you don't. You gotta see.
That I've like dated, handful.
47.
Nah.
How big are your hands?
Well, I say, it's different. My smash number is different from the people I consider I was like talking to. You know what I'm saying? And like, I definitely went in during my year and a half of like, freedom. You know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna talk about that.
That means 50. There's 50 stars on the freedom flag.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
He doesn't even
I don't
care.
care.
He's
I
just
don't care.
fucking with
He
you.
don't. I know he is. But so I was, I was still kind of like just casually doing my thing, and then when I first kind of interacted with Chia, and like we.
Or hold up. How did you guys even meet? I don't even think I know this story.
Sure, I'll tell you that story.
Yeah.
So, man, 10 years ago, because we've been together for 10 years. Oh, so this was 11 years ago.
Oh my God.
Because we've officially been together for 10 years.
Wow.
Oh, I know why it feels long, because you guys are doing long distance.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you know what? So if we've been together for 10 years, because we were like casually kind of talking for a year before that. So that was 11 years ago. So we started talking. So 12 years ago.
Wow.
12 years ago, one of her good friends used to make YouTube videos, okay? And I thought that girl's videos were funny. So me and that girl used to, like we followed each other on like, when you like someone's videos, you guys just kind of like end up being like internet friends.
Yeah.
So I followed her on Facebook, and we're friends on MySpace, all that shit. And so one day it was like 2 a.m. I think I was just bored on my computer, just scrolling through people's Facebooks, right? And I was going through that girl's pictures, and I was like, yo, who is your sexy ass friend?
AKA Chia?
AKA Chia. She was like, that's my girl Chia, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, well, just to let you know, she's hot, right? Just kind of put it out there. And then maybe like a couple months later, she's like, hey, we're all taking a road trip to LA. I'd love to like meet you. Maybe shoot a little video or something. I was like, yeah, cool. So they were on a road trip, and I said, what's up? And I was like, you gonna introduce me to Chia? She's like, yeah, come on. But Chia had a boyfriend at the time, and this is how just tunnel vision she is. So like I legit, like I went up to her, she's sitting in the van. I remember it so like clearly. She's like on her phone texting or whatever. And I was like, hey, Tim, nice to meet you. And she goes, hey. And then just went right back to her phone. Just, hey.
Fucking bitch.
I know. So
I
after,
love her.
So I was like, okay, all right, well, there that is, right? But then after the fact, I guess like her friend told her like, hey, so that guy like thinks you're cute or whatever. And she was like, oh, but you know, she wasn't gonna do anything. She had a boyfriend, right? So then I want to say like 2 or 3 months later, I get a random ass message from her on Facebook, and she's like, hey, and I was like, interesting. So I text the mutual friend. I was like, yo, your girl just messaged me. And she was like, oh, she's single now. I was like, oh, yes, I'm in there. So so then we kind of just started chatting on Facebook, and then eventually started a BBM messaging, you know, and then
what's BBM?
A BlackBerry Messenger.
Oh, okay, didn't have one.
And then we started chat. We were probably just talking for like a year, just social, like just on, you know, texting and shit.
Romantic?
Not
or just
exclusively?
It got very flirty, and it got like pretty romantic up until, not exclusive, up until I had a show in Toronto, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna be in Canada, and she had family in Toronto, so she was like, oh yeah, cool, like I'll go to your show. And then we just kind of like you know, then we kissed and we hit it off, and then so the first time when we like when she like we were like spending the night together, I remember I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go like take a shit and shower. And this is when I knew she was different. All right, I was like, I'm gonna go take a shit and shower. And she was like, okay. And I was like, she's different. Like the fact that she wasn't like, she didn't crack up, and she also wasn't like, oh my god, too much information, you know. I was like, she was just like very, oh cool, you're gonna
like,
shit,
like yeah,
Yeah,
it's normal,
like no big deal.
yeah, dope. And I was like, she's tight, right? And then
do you do that shit just to kind of put feelers out with
yes,
like people?
Yes, I'll say just weird shit sometimes to see if like, is this person gonna get my sense of humor or not, you know what I'm saying? And for her, I was like, all right, I'm gonna shit in the shower, and she's like, okay. And I was like, she's tight. And then and I'll tell you what, and here's and that was just kind of like really surface level how I just thought she was different, you know, because I texted Rick like that night. I'm like, man, I love this girl. It's just like, but fucking around, you know.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And then so we were kind of not like officially. I was still flying back and forth to Canada to see her, but it was like, you know, she knew I might have been like seeing other people. She could see other people she wanted. It was kind of like we're just seeing what's up, right? And then it got to a point where one day she was like, hey, you know what? Because she knew I was kind of like just about that groupie life at the time. I was kind of messing around doing my thing. She was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to do this anymore. She's like, you can't. You got to choose. Like either you're seeing me or you're messing with these groupies, right? And I was like, shit, because I wasn't mentally really ready to commit yet, right? And
because you're saying you've had just barely the 1 year, because you were in a
I was in like a 4-year relationship, you know, and then and then I was kind of like, God damn, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then the next day, she hit me up again. She was like, you know what? I take it back. She was like, I apologize for even giving you that ultimatum. And I was like, what happened? And she's like, you know what? I was thinking about it. It's not your fault we're long distance. It's not your fault you're fresh out of a relationship. If I force you to do anything right now, it's just not going to work out because you're not going to feel like you're ready. So she's like, look, just do what you need to do, and then let me know, like, how.
Wow.
Like, and then I was like, and she kind of Jedi mind tricked me, because immediately I was like, not only was like, she's so level headed. I've never met a girl who's this objective at looking at things.
Yeah, they're never like that.
But and I was right.
Can you tone it down over there?
That's the same story.
But I was also like, I need to lock this girl down before she gets sick of my shit. You know what I'm saying? So probably just dicked around for another couple months before I was like, all right. I was like, all right, be my girlfriend.
Let me sleep on it.
Yeah. And then I made her officially my girlfriend, and that was like 10 years ago.
How did you make her your girlfriend? Would you say, were you like, okay, I want to go steady?
Well, so you know how we were long distance, and I was always picking her up from the airport. So one day when she landed, I had, you know, those signs that the guys hold when they're like the chauffeurs hold.
Oh, hell
the last name?
I had the flowers, and I had a sign that said,
Did you have the fingerless gloves too?
I had the fucking driver hat, and I just had a sign that said, "Will you be my girlfriend?" When she
how
down
cute!
Yeah.
Were other people seeing this and going, "Oh"?
Probably.
Oh, you weren't even paying attention.
I don't know.
That's dope, man. That's awesome.
Were you nervous?
A little bit.
Because you were like, "What if
What'd
she
you
says
do?
no?"
Did she say yes and kiss you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How cute!
And then we like smashed in front of the whole airport.
Nice.
And while everyone clapped, like,
Fuck
yes, fuck her.
Yes, that's romantic. I can't wait till Veda hears this story. No, that's really beautiful, man. Yeah, I mean, like once you find that one, like everything just fucking clicks, you know? Maybe one day I'll feel that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's a good one.
You got a good imagination. You can know what that feels like.
Wow, these are some high level burns right now. These are great.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. All right, next question. When did you first feel like you were famous?
When did I first feel I was famous? I started getting recognized on my the college campus during the YouTube stuff.
What year is this, you think?
This was probably, let's see, First Asian Boy had just dropped. So this had to be like 2008, 2009-ish. And like I did that video and I did a No Racial, which was kind of getting me, like, this little skit I did with Rick, which was doing well too. I don't know if I felt famous yet. Okay, you know when I felt legit like, oh, this is crazy? I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna do a little meet and greet at in New York at Central Park or whatever park. I said like, meet me at this park, right? Let's do a little meet and greet, because like YouTubers used to do that shit back then.
Yeah.
Like, hey guys, listen, I'm gonna be here. Come say what's up, right?
Yeah.
And this was kind of like, I guess I didn't realize how poppin' my YouTube shit was at this point. And then I had a meet and greet at this park, and there were so many people. Police like shut me down.
Whoa.
Wow.
They were like, you can't do this without a permit. There's too many people here.
Damn.
And it was kind of wild. And so we went from one small park, which was Bryant Park, to like Central Park, because that's way bigger.
Yeah.
And then so we went to Central Park, and then a bunch of the people still followed me there. And there's one point where like, I'm like, all right, y'all. I didn't know what to do at that point. So they just kind of sat, and I fucking felt like I was like Jesus, like preaching to the crowd. And then it ended up being like so many people, like the police actually escorted me out, because it was like,
Wow.
they're like, we need to get you out of here. And I was like, oh shit, this is kind of crazy.
Like, how many people would you say? Like 500, 1,000?
I wouldn't say all that, but it was definitely like enough to be like, oh, this is a little overwhelming.
To cause a commotion.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So that was a cool moment. It was a cool vlog for sure. I don't think that many people would show up now, but
You never know, man.
yeah, who knows? I mean,
You never
but
know.
I would never do a free meet and greet nowadays. Jeez, what do I look like? Fucking amateur YouTuber? Doing stuff. If I was to do that now, I feel like such like just attention hungry, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It would be weird now for
Yeah.
sure.
Hey, I'm at Disneyland. Come join me.
That's weird. Yeah, that's so funny that we used to do shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm gonna go be at Magic Mountain. Let's all go fucking ride rides together. And
God,
it was fine.
I would never now.
Damn.
Now I'm at Disneyland with like fucking hat, sunglasses, mask.
And they
that's
still
so
recognize you. They still find you.
Well, because I'm either next to Rick or Chia.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
All right, that was fucking funny. Is there a reason? And I'm sure that I already know this reason. Is there a reason you got rid of your dope stage name?
Yeah, I put out a whole fucking 8-minute video about it, and you watch it, dude.
Where can they find it?
On YouTube.
Just kidding.
But long video short. It had a lot to do with I was sitting in my room, like in my house, like pandemic time, and I had been thinking about it for a couple years, right? But then I was like, everything's already branded as Timothy De La Ghetto. Like, why would I change it? And then I was like contemplating pandemic time. I was like, wow, fuck, this is such a weird time. Like, anybody could just die, right? Like death is so like weird right now. I had me thinking about death, and I was like, if I died today, would I want to be remembered by this like YouTube name I came up with?
Good point, man.
Like, I didn't want to be remembered as like, yeah, because when I first made up Timothy De La Ghetto, I was literally just freestyling in a video, and I was like, oh, that sounds catchy because I love the Fresh Prince, right?
Yeah.
But then when I really thought about where I wanted to go in my career, right, TV, movies, all that shit, like accepting awards, I didn't want to be accepting awards as my fucking YouTube name, right? And I also thought, like, if I died today, I want to leave a legacy of like, my whole MO is to make Asian people proud.
Yeah.
Part of the language, part of their culture. And, such a big thing for Thai people is like, we have these really long last names. And I'm like, originally I used to think, oh, if I want to make it in Hollywood, I can't use my real last name. That's too long. You know what I'm saying? I need to come up with something more that's just
shorter and
shorter
catchier.
and catchier, right? So I'm like, that's another reason why I felt like I needed a stage name. But I'm like, no, fuck that. If I want to be at the point where I see myself, then they're going to have to be able to say my name.
Yeah.
Like Schwarzenegger, or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
if Prince could become a fucking symbol.
yeah, or Nicole Scherzinger. You know what I'm saying?
Scherzinger.
So I'm like, okay, let me do this. And even though I started off to be the Asian Fresh Prince, I was like, maybe let me not build my legacy off being the Asian something, and let me just be Tim Chantarangsu,
That's
right?
dope, yeah.
And like embrace who I am and like my last name and kind of like rep for my dad and my Thai people as well. And also there's the issue of like the younger woke fans who don't know it's from the Fresh Prince are like oh, why are you taking like the ghetto and like appropriating the ghetto and using this to try and come up like that whole vibe.
Did they not watch the episode?
And that's the thing. It's like I got so sick of like making that point and explaining it that I was like, you know what? I've been wanting to change it already. I was like, fuck it. Let me just do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Just make it easier.
And because like if you want to make that point, like yeah, I did grow up in like a part of Long Beach that people would consider ghetto, but also that wasn't even the reasoning behind the name. So I was like, man, fuck it. Tim Chantarangsu.
Yeah,
that's dope.
It was really dope. I was looking up some of your information because you're going to be here and I wanted to make sure I got everything right.
Yeah.
So I searched Tim and then I wrote Della and then like your last name popped up and I'm like, that's tight.
That is tight.
It was really
Dela
tight.
Chantarangsu?
Yeah.
I just fills in.
Della Chantarangsu.
That's tight, man. I remember when I first found out AC Slater's last name wasn't Slater, I was crying.
Crying?
Yeah, because he had like some story about like how his dad joined like the army or something and got discriminated against. So it was like Sanchez or Santos or something.
Oh, you mean the actual character?
Yeah, I thought you meant real life.
No, in
I
the
was
show.
like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm like, you were a lonely
He's
only
like, that's
child.
why his dad changed it to Slater.
That's right.
Got it.
And I was like, it was supposed to be AC Sanchez.
No, I love that. I fucking love that you like took ownership of it for sure.
Yeah, man. I'm like, because my whole thing is like, you know, I want to make my Asian people proud. You know, make Asian kids feel like they shouldn't be ashamed. Because I remember being a little kid and like if my parents called me on the phone, I'd be like talking quietly because I didn't want people to hear me speaking Thai and like make fun of me or whatever. Yeah. But then like I was like, man, fuck that. That's stupid, you know? Yeah. So that's why like I would always in my vlogs I make sure and speak Thai because I want people to hear it and make like kids that are growing up be like, oh, I shouldn't be embarrassed in that, you know? And especially if I have this long ass dope Thai last name, I'm like, shit, man, let me start using this shit, you know?
Yeah. And it's very longer.
Maybe I will add the Dayla in there.
Dayla
Chantarangsu.
That's fucking funny. Okay. What's his secret to getting hot babes?
Your secret. What's your secret, dude?
Oh man.
I had to ask.
What's your secret sauce?
That's so funny, man.
All those babes are just so hot.
I love how like it's such a simple answer that a lot of people just don't want to take in, you know?
Yeah.
That they're like, it has to be a mystery. It has to be this like fucking secret. What's the secret?
It's so silly. I always tell them like, just go talk to him, bro. Like that's really like, okay, talk to him.
No, but you got to go past that because some people are fucking weird.
I know, it's true. Okay, look, not gonna lie. Being funny helps a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like 90% of my poon that I've acquired is I can thank
your poon acquisitions.
My poon acquisitions are because of the jokes. I always tell people, look, I'm not the type of guy if I walk into a party, a girl's like, man, I want to fuck that guy, right? But I'm like, give me 10 minutes next to the fucking Cheetos, and they're like, I might suck this guy's dick because I'm charmed. I laugh.
That is your secret recipe.
Yeah, and so being funny helps, but at the end of the day, I think a lot of guys just, you know, like when you're like, oh man, what's the secret to getting hot babes? It's just so like, ugh.
Even calling them hot babes,
it's so just cringe, you know. It's I think a lot of guys
just sounds like you're trying to trap a beaver in the forest. Or something.
What is the secret?
That is what they're doing though. A beaver.
You're like, what do you got to put on the fishing string?
Yeah,
they bite because they're not biting what I have.
It's so silly. I mean, yeah, they look at it like that, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's so dumb when dudes are like, man, like, oh man, how do you get a girl? How do you get that girl? It's like out of your league, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, bro, there's
no leagues.
There's no leagues, man. I feel like once you tell yourself that, it's like you're going into the game saying you already lost. You know what I'm saying? Which is just you're knocking yourself down, which already like that means your confidence isn't up because confidence is key too. Just going into it
confidence is the number one thing.
It's the number one thing.
Yeah.
Because like if you walk into a room like you're the shit, people are like, oh man, this guy's the shit, you know? And I think I mean you're a woman, yeah.
Sometimes.
And I think a lot of women would say like confidence is so
100%.
Yeah, it's like so attractive.
Like you're shorter than me, right?
This is true.
Yep. But your confidence makes
Everyone
me...
is.
All right, dude. The dude in the fucking far corner is pissing me off. But like
Keep stating the obvious.
But your confidence, I never remember that you're shorter than me. You know what I mean? Like I just always feel like you have such a big presence.
That's funny that you say that because there are people that are like the same height as me, and but then like I've brought it. I'm in conversation with somebody. I'll be like, I'm the same height as that guy. They're like, what? No, because of what you said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember even like, and I don't know, and then kids will ask me like, how do you become so confident? And I don't really know how to answer that.
I think you have to love yourself.
That's a big part of it. And and I always say like I thank my parents for fucking being so like just supportive and playing with me all the time because I feel like they love me, that made me love myself. I'm confident in who I am as a person because I remember just walking around.
I love your parents, man.
They're so great. I just remember in elementary school walking around and the Mr. Perez, the janitor, he came up to me when I was in the bathroom one time, like after like washing my hands, and he was like, "Hey, you walk like a big man."
Nice.
I was like, and this was like elementary school, bro, and I was like, "You missed a spot on the floor." Man. No, I was like, "Thanks, man."
That's right.
You're like, the help's not supposed to talk to the students.
I was like, "Excuse me, sir.
Do you speak English?"
Yeah, I think what a lot of people when they talk about like leagues and stuff, they probably find themselves ugly, both like from a
or alpha and beta type shit.
From a visual
like,
and emotional standpoint.
Yeah,
because I think when you're not able to express who you are on the inside, which makes up more of you than your outside, in my opinion, then you're limited to your physical attributes. So when you're limited to your physical attributes, then you're like, wait, so how am I supposed to get that chick? She's way out of my league. But if you can...
That's how we worked out, because you were focused on the insides, because your outsides are just not.
Damn.
So yeah, like when people are able to express their insides, like when you're funny, you're like, oh, this guy got a great personality. I want to hang out with this person.
Right.
Because people like if you're limited to the outside, I don't know anyone that's like, man, I can't wait to hang out with someone that's just 5'11" today. You're like, I want to hang out with someone that's gonna have a good time, sense of humor. So you got to get that stuff on the outside without saying it. Like when you're writing a script, you show don't tell. You don't go, hey, I'm really funny. You just got to know me.
Right.
It's like, that's really weird, too.
Yeah.
I'm not a beaver trapper, trust me.
I'm a good guy, I swear. Yeah. I'm a great guy.
That's fucking weird. It's hard. I wouldn't even know what to say because I'm a chick, Like, I've never had to been put in that situation to, like, have to, like, put my best foot forward in order to, like, impress. I don't even know if that's the right word, or see if someone is like I want to attract them to me. Right. That's tough.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like if you can get flirty jokes down to a science, man, you can accomplish so much. Like me and Rick always credit like being able to joke flirtatiously, because also if you're too jokey, then there's the risk of like friend zone or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like I always do the whole. Me and Rick are big on the whole. I'm just playing unless you're down situation.
It feels like that.
Yeah. So we do a lot of like, for girls like we'd be interested in, and I don't even know how we both acquired this style of flirting. Yeah, but we both.
You probably were trying to hit on a chick and then heard each other and then went like.
Yeah, maybe, and then we double teamed her. Yeah.
No, whoa.
Nah, but so it's just like a lot of like Nah, girl, I would always offer massages because I give really good massages because I'm Thai,
Even you saying that already is so flirty.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I'm really good at giving massages. Like, if a girl hears that, we're like, okay,
no,
bro.
But that's the beauty of being funny, because if a regular guy's like, hey, I give really good massages.
Yeah.
Don't touch me, creep.
Then
it's gross. But if I'm like, if a girl's sore and I'm like, well, I give really good massages. If you ever need like a booty rub or something, nah, I'm just playing. No, but for real, I give good massages. Then it's like, oh, okay, he's fucking around, but wait, do you give massages for real? And then the fact is, I give booty massages for real. And then it's like, next thing you know,
she's naked
and your dick is out.
It's crazy. That's the secret.
So learn to be funny.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, every one of the guys I dated has always been pretty funny.
My favorite massage pickup line is I always go like this. I always go, "Oh, that feels good. You want to try that?" And they usually say yes, and I massage them.
Wait, you massage yourself first?
Yeah, I go, "Whoa, everyone wants to feel this."
Holy shit, I'm amazing at this.
Yes. Oh God, yes. Please. So dumb. Okay. Switching gears a little bit because I know we talked about having a chick naked with your dick out. Veda is so cute.
Nice turn right there.
I warned you.
She's the cutest.
I know you're picturing Tim's dick out and a naked chick, and then it's like Veda's cute ass face.
Veda came from my dick being out.
And a chick being naked, so it all makes sense.
Exactly.
Okay, good. How's new dad life?
Ugh.
I know.
Man, it's fucking lit, bro. I love it.
Yeah.
I actually really, really love it so much.
Okay, what did you think it was going to be like? What is it really like? And then what do you love about it?
So I knew I was going to be like, tired. And I didn't know what to expect because I don't have any siblings. I never had any babies around me. I had never changed a diaper until Veda. I'd never even really held a baby properly until Veda. So, part of me was like a little nervous, right? But Chia and I are the complete opposite in the way we prepare for things, where Chia was like reading all the books, reading all the articles, like talking to people. And I'm like, and she bought me books to read and I didn't read them. And I was like,
Nice.
And I was like, I'll be fine. Up until like a week before, I was like, oh shit. Am I going to know what to do? You know what I'm saying? And I read a little bit of one of the books, but I still feel like, it didn't really do anything for me. But, and
I didn't think books did anything.
right.
I didn't really eat them.
Yeah.
You read some, right? Or no? No?
I tried, and
How
I
do you
was
know
like,
what to
Yeah,
do
exactly.
well, because whatever I read, I was like, okay, I kind of already figured this much.
Oh, I see.
And I don't know if it's because I probably may have grown up with, I mean, I didn't have little kids, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, so I didn't know what exactly to expect. But I just knew I was gonna enjoy it because I like little kid shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I watch Disney movies just as a grown man
gotcha.
by myself, right? And
that's how you pick hot babes up, dude. You say shit like that out loud and not give a fuck.
I guess so.
Yeah. Secure with himself.
You know?
And but once we had Veda, I mean, for sure, of course, we're like every once in a while we're like Googling shit like, oh, what is happening with my baby,
Right.
But I think I didn't expect it to come so naturally. Like it feels almost like I'm supposed to be doing this, right? And I always tell people I knew I would have fun, but I didn't know it was gonna be this fun. Like I genuinely like really enjoy it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man, it's dope. And I think it's the difference between, and also we were ready. You know what I'm saying? This was something we wanted to do.
Yeah, you planned it.
Yeah, I think it's different for like when you're like maybe way younger and it wasn't planned. Okay, then it's almost like, oh shit, right? But for us, we were planned and we were grown and
You lived life.
and we lived life. We have no regrets
huge.
and we're ready for it. And so it's like it's so fun.
So when you imagined it before she arrived,
Yeah.
what did you imagine it was be like? Like crying babies, dirty house everywhere, or like not? Like a bunch of fun vacations? Like what was the perception?
I mean, I definitely, just kind of like, I guess what you saw on TV, lots of crying, lots of diapers. I thought I would get like peed and pooped on. I mean, I did.
Boys tend to do the peeing.
Yeah, because it shoots out. Yeah. Oh, the only time Veda's really peed on me is I was holding her before a bath, and then it was all just she's pissing. And there was only one time where I was like, it was so funny because like I was changing her diaper and Chia left the room to go get something, and she said she was literally in the next room thinking, oh man, it's so great that I can just leave Tim with the baby, and then all of a sudden I was changing the diaper, and then she started shitting everywhere. And I was like, oh, she's shitting. And I tried to change. I was trying to lift her leg, but then her leg like dropped into the shit. I was like, oh, her foot fell in the shit. And then she started peeing too. I was like, oh my God. And everything was like happening at once.
Oh, shit.
That's so funny. She's like, oh, finally a moment to myself. No.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
and then I'm like screaming in the other room.
Did you have any pets?
No, not even a pet.
What the fuck?
So you had like no training wheels. It was just
No.
bam, I'm a dad now.
Yeah, maybe like a small fish that died.
Dang.
Oh, so even at a pet owner, you sucked.
Yeah.
How was changing the first diaper? Because you're not equipped. So when I first had to change Taika's diaper,
Yeah.
like I'm used to changing diapers, but not to the capacity in which I had to do it with my own kid. And Taika had balls,
Right.
and a dick,
Word.
and I was like, "Is this clean enough? Are we good?"
Yeah. So I definitely have to, well, changing my first diaper was cool. Like, it wasn't as bad as I expected, to be honest. Like, those first few months they don't stink that much. It's not until the solid foods, right? Where the shit gets like.
It's not ever that bad.
Oh man, I don't know, man.
Overused just a little bit?
Yeah, like, cause everyone was like, "Yo, just wait till that she starts eating solids, then the shit
But it
get
doesn't
crazy."
smell like yours.
No, man. Let me tell you something.
Do you like your shit smell though? Because that's different.
I don't really like my shit smell.
Oh,
Me neither.
But like when we started feeding her real food, like fruits and a little bit of protein here and there,
Yeah, give her the protein, bro.
her shits smelled like grown man shits. I opened this diaper and I felt like it was like a homeless man had just shitted into my hand. Like, it was like so stinky.
Because it doesn't have the effect of a toilet where the dookie goes in the water and the smell
just
gets cut in
sits
half.
It's just there,
Yeah.
yeah. And but for the first few months, wasn't too bad. But I did have to get used to. I was like, oh shit, I need to wipe poop out of a cooch right now.
Yeah.
And I definitely had never done that before.
I definitely don't know how to do that.
Yeah, right. It's different. And
I'll shout. I mean, we could practice.
Hell yeah.
damn, hot.
Oh no!
That's your idea, you weirdo.
I know. I was hoping both of you guys would be like fucking nasty.
We're both like, fuck yeah.
You guys flipped it on me real fast. I wasn't prepared.
No.
Oh, but yeah, so I got to get used to getting her clean. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Okay. So that's that was your expectations, and then it turned out. And then what has been like the most? I swear I could talk about kids all day, but what has been like the most like rewarding part of it?
The most rewarding part. I mean, look, just knowing that and y'all know you have a child. But just
This is true.
But just knowing that like I'm helping mold this little person is so like crazy, right? It's like it blows my mind. And the fact is she's like everything is so new to me, and it's like the smallest thing is like, whoa,
Yeah.
And, like,
It is.
so like even like the first smile and because for the first few months they don't smile at all.
Yeah.
And I did not know it would take so long for her to smile. So I'm
Yeah.
over here trying to be like fucking entertaining and shit, and she's just like meh. And then so when she finally
You're like, I'm losing
damn.
it.
She takes
Yeah.
after Chia.
just unbothered, right? So but the first time she finally let out a little giggle, I was like, yes. And
Yeah.
now she actually like she smiles and she
lot.
laughs.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah.
It's so lit. I love it. And yeah, man, it's just it's really just it sounds so cliche to say, but it's like you look into their eyes and it's like, oh, I created this, then you just feel like them like staring at you so like adoringly, like, wow, I'm all they have in life,
Yeah.
it's cool.
It's a beautiful feeling. Like there's times where I'm like lecturing him or like disciplining him because he did something bad, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
And then I look into his eyes. And I'm like, motherfucker's trying to melt me right now. Shit. Trying to be all sternful. He's fucking melted me.
There's times
I'm
where
like-
he's scolding him, and then like Taika's like doing this thing,
Oh,
and he's all sad.
He has these like fucking goddamn
Because
cartoon eyes.
because he really feels bad. Kids are so
Yeah.
expressive. So he's like doing that thing, and then Bart, he'll just start cracking up because he thinks he's so cute, and then Taika's so confused.
Yeah.
He's like, "Why are you laughing, Papa?
I'm trying
Why?"
to, like-
He goes, "I'm not laughing. I'm trying to tell you that you made the wrong choice." Because Papa's not funny.
I'm gonna have to leave that to Chia. I don't think I can do it.
It's
Yeah.
it's hard.
Ah.
It's hard, but I feel like girls are different. Like, Taika, we take him to BJJ, and like it's a guy and girl class, and all the instructors will be like, girls, they just catch on and they like follow direction, and they're in their heads in the game. Boys are like,
They're
fucking
innately a
following-
little bit more rebellious.
I see.
Yeah.
so you should be fine.
Not even not even like trying to rebel.
Yeah.
but like they're just naturally like coloring out of the lines. Like that's the like
Right.
girls. It's like, okay, you're gonna play in the circle, and then guys are already stepping out. They're doing, just naturally doing it.
I'm gonna have to reprimand her about something at some point, and
Yeah, you're gonna be like, Daddy, stop hugging Daddy so much.
oh no.
That's cool, man. I need to talk to your parents. I need to pick their brain on how like they were able to create such a happy only child. Like sometimes now that I'm a mom and you're sitting here, I'm like, Taika.
Because we're both only childrens.
I'm an only child too,
I know, but you're the dad.
but
and
I'm
he's
happy.
Taika.
Aren't I or not?
No, you have somewhat of a turbulent relationship with your parents.
I know, but I think the product is pretty happy and optimistic.
Yeah, I'm picking your brain too, but I'm saying I want to pick his parents' brain.
His parents is awesome.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, just like, support and love and attention and
But that means so many different things
okay,
to different people.
true.
I think the basic way of it though, like like in this day and age, like there's a big focus on love language.
Yeah.
And I think in our generation, I think our parents focused on their love language. So for them, they're like, I don't really have
Work
food.
hard.
I don't have food to eat, right? So they're like, what do you mean I don't love you? I fucking buy you rice every day.
Right.
They're like,
right.
no, but that's not my love language. And I think being able to express it in the love language of the recipient is important.
Yeah.
I think the fact that you guys just play with him so much is doing so much. You feel me? Because like literally one of my a random memory I just have of my dad, and I was like probably like 6 years old, 6 years old, is like making like pillow forts and throwing socks at each other like they're like bombs.
How
Yeah.
cute.
And I just remember, being an only child, your imagination is always kind of going crazy, and they would always like play with me and like and humor my sense of like imagination and like weird shit. It was never like, oh no, this is weird. It's like it was like feeding back with me and like and making me know that I wasn't strange for wanting to like play this way or do these things,
Oh,
I don't like it when they flip the rules on you though.
Like what?
I'll be like, the floor is lava, the floor is lava. Oh shoot, okay, I'm on the chair. And he goes, and he starts walking on it. I'm like, what are you doing? You're burning. And he goes, I just made it all ice.
What cheater?
I'm like, what? Man. Fools changing the
That's
rules
fucking
up.
funny. Okay, next question. And first moment that you realized, and this is in quotes, this is the leap I'm making for my career.
Um,
I feel like you've always had career in mind.
But you did drop out of college. That must have been a huge one.
that was definitely a huge, a moment where I felt like I made a real decision towards my career, right? Because I was in college and the YouTube stuff started picking up, and that's where I was doing more like live events and stuff like that. And I remember thinking, I can try and do both, right? Like I'm just gonna take my classes part-time and then I'll just balance it out with these shows or whatever. And then I started and then I'd always end up dropping all my classes. I would have like one class a semester, and then I ended up just doing that for like years. I was in college for like I was in college for like 6 years before I dropped out.
What?
Because I want to say the YouTube shit started picking up around I was like, I don't know. I was in college for a few years already, right? And then I was like, okay, I can still do this. So then I would just drop all my classes, have like one class a semester, 1 or 2 classes, and then I was like, man, all right, I need to fucking pick something, Like I'm bullshitting over here and I'm bullshitting over here, and I was like, and then an opportunity came up to do a show in Australia, and I was like, never been to Australia before. This is lit. I can always go back to school next semester.
Yeah.
Took a semester off, went to Australia, had a blast, and then another but then as a result more opportunities were popping up, so I took another semester off, and then I took the year off, and then I took 2 years off, and then I just never went back.
And at 2 years were you like, I'll probably go back?
No, well, at 2 years, the thing at Casa Long Beach, once you take 2 years off, you can't just pick it up again, right? And that's what when I was like when I took that second year off, I knew I was making the decision to not go back. So
what about like financially? Were you like in a place you're like, okay, this is clearly school is holding me back from like getting more financial stability?
Not yet, because there wasn't any money in YouTube yet. When I was first on YouTube, there was like no money at all. Like I remember my first brand deal was like for $500, and I was like, yes,
Yeah.
this is lit, right? And then
I remember getting a free toothbrush. I'm like, thank you, Vanity Planet. This is awesome.
Vanity Planet.
Damn, shouting him out for free.
And then actually and then I was working at California Pizza Kitchen still. And then
oh, I think I remember this story.
yeah, and then I got fired, but
It was because of a YouTube video, right?
well, it was because of some tweets.
Oh.
Yeah, I tweeted. Y'all want to hear that story?
Of course.
Or do you know that story already?
No, tell me.
Fuck it, I'll tell it again. So I was working at California Pizza Kitchen, and this was before Twitter was as I didn't think it was as big, right? But we were getting new uniforms, and I liked our uniform. So I tweeted at their Twitter, at California Pizza Kitchen. I was like, black button-ups are the lamest shit ever. And then someone DM'd me from CBK and was like, thank you for your opinion on our new uniforms. Which store do you work at? And I was like, oh, shit.
How did they know that you worked at a store?
Because they hadn't launched the new uniforms yet.
Oh.
So, which store do you work at? I was like, oh, shit. Deleted my tweet. And then, and on my Twitter, there was only a link to my YouTube. And on YouTube, it said I was from Long Beach. So...
Damn, they did all that investigation.
So someone from CPK called up the general manager of the Long Beach area CPKs and were like, do you know this kid? And she was like, yeah, that's Tim. And they were like, well, you got to fire him. Because of that, and because there was something in the handbook that said you're not allowed to publicly badmouth the company in any way.
Oh, I see.
And there was another tweet where I said,
fuck CPK.
No, I love CPK.
We love you. Hi, CPK.
And there was
sponsor
us. Their cauliflower crust.
Oh,
yeah,
it's
really
so good.
It's really good.
And there's another tweet that said like, time to go to work at California Pizza Kitchen, and they didn't like that.
So you had like a whole list of
It was a couple tweets. Yeah. So they fired me.
Okay, that was deserved, bro.
But actually,
did you even like working there?
No, it was fun. I didn't mind. I like being a server sometimes. It was fun to talk to people and shit. And I love the food. And there was actually, but my name pops up in articles sometimes because there's actually, I guess, like the way freedom of speech works technically now is they would not have been able to fire me back then if it's something. I forget. But yeah, so I say all that to say, the same week I got fired from California Pizza Kitchen, I won a YouTube contest for like 15 G's.
Whoa.
And that was like the most amount of money I'd ever had at once.
Damn.
And that I took that as like a sign from like God and the universe to be like, okay, I'm on the right path. I can now not work and just crank out these YouTube videos. And then that was like my last, like, quote unquote real job,
Dang.
That's a sign. At the same
15
time
grand,
like that?
And you were living at home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you had like full freedom at home.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Lit.
Super. Damn. That was really nice. Okay. I've been wanting to know this too. What's the reason behind Veda's name? Or I think they mean meaning.
Oh. Okay. Are you ready for this?
I think so.
Why?
Okay. Well.
Sounds dangerous.
All right. So.
Crisscross applesauce.
Crisscross applesauce. Okay. Now this is gonna be crazy.
Okay, just don't make it scary. Is it scary?
A little bit.
Oh no, I don't want to hear it.
No, okay, no, I'll just tell you. You ready? It's not scary.
Okay, good.
It's from the movie My Girl, and Chia loves that movie. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah, the movie My Girl, Chia loves that movie, and the main girl in My Girl, her name's Veda. That's it.
Okay, yeah.
That's like Taika's name.
Taika Waititi.
Yeah. It's a dope name.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then we found out it's like exists in 30 different languages.
Oh, word.
Like
And they're all cool.
Cantonese, Japanese, Maori, whatever. We're like, cool, that's his name.
Yeah, and in like ancient, like old Sanskrit, Veda means like wisdom and knowledge or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were there any other runner-ups?
We had like a list.
You don't want to give those up because you were having other babies?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So Taika was, so we were like literally, we had given, no, not yet. I think it was a week he was about to be born. We were still considering, what was it?
I think it was either Maximus or Maxwell. There's two Max ones.
Yeah, so it was either Maximus or Taika. And then I was like, fuck, man. Like, what if he's like not like a Maximus, right? Like the pressure. That's
a big name to live up to.
I feel that.
Yeah, like what if he's like a shy, timid boy and now he's a fucking Maximus?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's fucked up to put that on him. And we're like, fuck, man, what do we do?
You're just like, Maximus, come here.
And then my dad had already passed at this point. So I wanted to name him something like my dad, like something representing my dad. But my brother, Taika, is like grandson number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's the 5th one now. So all the variations of my dad's names were all gone. So then
is that like a Latino thing?
What?
To like get a variation of the last name?
No, it was a me thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So his name's Octavio, and they had we would call him Hector. So Hector Octavio. So we came with Octavius.
Okay.
And then we were like, should we name him Octavius? And we're like, fuck, well, it's same thing. Like, there's like these big fucking strong names.
Yeah.
So we just ended up putting that in his middle name.
Oh, Taika Octavius.
Yeah.
Damn, that's tight.
It sounds pretty cool.
I think so.
I think we fucking smashed it.
Yeah.
Does Veda have a middle name?
No.
Oh.
Because I also don't have a middle name.
Oh, neither does he.
Yeah, that's what for me, I was like, that's your call then. I don't know.
I don't
anything
even
about middle
know
names.
what they're for.
It's for when people go, do you have a middle name? And you go, nah.
What were they for before?
I'm sure it has something to do with, I don't know, property, land, or
True.
I don't know, man. Who knows?
It probably looks good when you like monogram your pajamas.
Yeah.
There's 3.
letters,
Yeah, maybe it's like the longer your name was, or the more names you had, the more status it was.
Oh,
like
fuck.
in Game of Thrones, you know, like
Like every time Daenerys shows up, they gotta like
Daenerys,
read.
yeah,
Like,
Daenerys,
Targaryen
yeah,
of
Starborn of the,
Yeah.
you know,
The
Breaker of
first of that
Chains.
kind,
Yeah.
Dude, my name's Giovanna Antoinette Carreño.
Wow.
As a fucking kid, I can remember the fucking day where I was trying to.
That's almost Thai.
Yeah. Yeah, I had
was
to.
writing it.
I remember studying to remember how to spell Chantarangsu for sure.
Yeah, even my middle name, Antoinette.
Mine was easy.
It was
Spoiled.
rough. Bart. All right. Well, okay, wait. Okay, this is the last one because it's so dumb,
Okay.
but I have to ask it, even though I don't want to. Okay, if Bart and Geo remake again, Black and Yellow, would you rap with them?
Oh God.
Yeah. That's my favorite thing you guys have ever done.
He's gonna be the happiest guy ever in there.
Dude, maybe for like, I don't know, for something. Maybe for like our 20 years, some shit.
That's so funny.
Old as fuck.
I
Going
love
black
it.
And yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
I love it.
All
But I
right.
feel like your swag would be so much more on point for the remake.
Why?
Because you said you felt so awkward in the first one.
Yeah, man. I could have sworn in my head. I was fucking going in.
I feel like now, you know, you've done more like parodies and shit. You've done a little more acting. Like you might be a little more confident on camera.
Yeah. Yeah. It
You
might
know.
be better.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're gonna like it.
I love it. Oh, because you're better?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, keep it awkward. You're right.
Dude, you and Chia will randomly just fuck with me and send me texts. You guys suck. And I love it. All right, man. That's it. There's a ton of fucking questions. So many people want to know so much about you, which I think is super dope. But yeah, that's all the time we have.
They're just nosy.
I love it. Because a lot of these questions I wanted to know too. So thank you. This was fun.
Thanks for having me, guys. As always, thanks for having me in your lovely home.
Thank you.
Thanks for
This
feeding.
is not our home. This is
your
our,
dope studio.
with the fireplace, plants, books,
Sick.
shelf. It's totally not a home. Just kidding.
Thanks for feeding us barbecue after this.
Yeah, we're gonna eat barbecue now. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tim. Like always, we love you. Thank you, Bart, for roasting all the time.
I never roast.
I love you too. You speak facts.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. And catch you guys next time. Bye.